टेढ़ा हो गया? क्या टेढ़ा हो गया? अभी ठीक है ना? अब ठीक है? अब क्लियर है प्रतीश? नाउ इज इट ओके? So now guys, there are two slits available here. So light ray or light will be allowed to pass through these two slits. So consider this is source 1 S1 और this is slit 2 S2. तो इसको मैं सोर्स की तरह बोल सकता हूँ, स्लिट की तरह ही बोल सकता हूँ. आई कैन कंसिडर दिस इज स्लिट 1, दिस इज स्लिट 2 और दिस इज कंसिडर सोर्स 1, दिस इज सोर्स 2. लेट मी ड्रॉ दिस सेंट्रल लाइन. एक बीच में क्या ड्रॉ करेंगे बच्चों लोग? सेंट्रल लाइन. एज द नेम सजेस्ट, सेंट्रल लाइन. So central line will be what? In the middle of these two, at the midpoint. Consider this is the central line. So guys, light waves coming from S1 and S2 will be in what? In same phase. क्या होगा बच्चा लोग? Let me write this down for you. Light waves coming from S1 and S2 will be in same phase. Guys, can you give me the reason for that? But chalo, can you give me the reason why they will be in same phase? Because we have obtained these two lights or we have obtained the light wave from a single slit. हम पहले क्या करते हैं? एक छोटा सा स्लिट इधर भी निकालते हैं, right? So the light wave is coming from a single slit and this is actually distributing in two different slits. तो इन YDSE हमारा पहला assumption क्या होता है? That light waves coming from S1 and S2 will be in what? Same phase. But if I ask you about the phase difference between light coming from S1 and S2 at a point on the screen, this is what? This is the screen. If I ask you that what will be the phase difference or what about the phase of light wave incident on the screen, will they have same phase or there will be phase difference between the light waves? Come on guys, give me the answer. Will they have same phase or they will have some phase difference? उनके बीच में कुछ phase difference रहेगा. Why? So let us consider a point P at which we are finding the interference pattern. So we are finding the interference at point P. ठीक है? So I would write a light ray will pass through or will come from S1, meet at P. Then a light ray from S2 come and meet at P. So these are the two rays of light, that is what? Interfering at point P. So these are the two rays of light that are interfering at point P. So S1P, S2P, can I say? S1P is the path traveled by ray of light or traveled by light wave coming from S1. S2P is the distance traveled by light wave coming from S2. So can I say that? Because of difference in distance traveled, because of difference in off छूट गया है, let me write that down. Difference in distance traveled to reach point P, to reach point P, there will be a path difference. There will be a path difference between the light waves. Difference between the light waves. Let us call that path difference as delta x. उसको हम क्या बोल रहे हैं? Delta x. So guys, if I find out what is the value of delta x, can I comment then that if delta x will be equal to n lambda or if delta x is in the form of n lambda, I would say the points on the screen for which delta x will be equal to n lambda or will be in the form of n lambda, I would write constructive interference will occur. That means intensity of light will be maximum at those points on the screen which will have path difference equal to n lambda. Similarly, intensity of light at a point P on the screen will be 0 if delta x will be equal to 2n minus 1 lambda by 2. Guys, do you remember the condition for constructive interference and destructive interference? याद है सबको? How many of you remember the condition for constructive interference and destructive interference? Please click yes if you remember those. Please click yes if you remember the formula. चलो, सबको याद है, so I'm considering all of you remember the formula, right? So for constructive interference, delta x must be n lambda. For destructive interference, delta x must be 2n minus 1 lambda by 2, odd multiple of lambda by 2. Okay, चलिए, तो अब बात आगे करते हैं बच्चों लोग. So let us consider this is y. Let us consider this is what? This is y. Which y? So from this central line, the distance of point P from this central line or central point on the screen is what? Y. ये हमने y माना. Let me consider the distance between the slits and the screen is capital D. क्या assume कर रहे हैं बच्चों लोग? The distance between, let me raise this. Let us say this is capital D. Distance between these two slits are, let us say, small d. Distance between these two slits are what? Is what? Small d. So these are three distances that I have assumed. Okay, bachcha log? Chaliye. So guys, how will I find? See, to find whether constructive interference will occur at P or destructive interference will occur at P, I need to find what is the path difference that these two light waves are going to incur. Okay? That what is the path difference that these two light waves are going to experience during the travel from S1 to P and S2 to P. So bolo bachcha log, how will you find the path difference? Can I say the path difference in this case would be S2P minus S1P. Now our aim is to how to find this value. इसको find कैसे करें? S2P and S1P को कैसे find करें? See, there are geometrical methods also. First, I'll tell you the geometrical method. Then I'll tell you the approximation that we use to simplify these things. ठीक है? तो पहले मैं geometrical method बताता हूँ आपको. But look, if you connect these S2 perpendicularly to the screen like this, and then if you connect S1 to the screen. Guys, can I write S2P as, यहाँ देखो S2P की बात कर रहा हूँ. If I imagine this right angle triangle, this is capital D, this is Y. देखो Y कहाँ से लिया हमने? This is the distance Y. Y is the distance traveled or covered, imagine from this central line. Sorry, from this central line. From here. So guys, tell me what will be this length? ये पूरा length कितना होगा? Can I say y plus this will be d by 2 because total length is d. This is the central line, midpoint line. तो ये क्या हो जाएगा? d by 2. So can I write S2P can be written as square root of, क्या लिखेंगे बच्चों लोग? Square root of y plus d by 2 whole square plus capital D square. Similarly, if I ask you to get the value of S1P, so in this right angle triangle, S1P will be the hypotenuse and this perpendicular will be y minus d by 2, है ना? Y minus d by 2. क्या हुआ बच्चा? वो assumption है प्रतीश, बताता हूँ ना, वेट कर रहा हूँ. तुमने पढ़ा है तो वेट करो ना, पढ़ा दूंगा मैं. अभी मैं ज्योमेट्रिकली तो बता दूं ना. So in this right angle triangle, this S2 S1P will be the hypotenuse. तो हम क्या करेंगे बच्चा लोग? Total length is y, this is d by 2. So I'll write this as square root of y minus d by 2 whole square plus capital D square. ये मिला मुझे delta x का value geometrically. Guys, there will be some cases where you have to find this delta x using geometry also. But guys, don't you think this is थोड़ा सा complicated? Yes, it will be thoda complicated. Based on the values of y, based on the values of small d, you can actually do some kind of approximation here. ठीक है? So guys, the first approximation that we do in wave optics is, or especially in this YDSA, is approximation 1. ध्यान से देखना बच्चा लोग. तो पहला approximation ये करते हैं that if small d is very, very less than capital D. If small d is very, very less than capital D, that means if the distance between these two slits is very, very small as compared to the distance of the screen from the slits. Guys, tell me what will happen if you consider this. What will be the path difference if you consider this path? If you consider this approximation, how will you write the path difference? Guys, any clue? बच्चों लोग बहुत ही सिंपल, मैं देखो एक छोटा सा एग्जांपल लिख करके दिखाता हूं. इमेजिन करो, yes, they will appear parallel. Very good. Imagine करो बच्चों लोग, this is point P. This is one of the ray. All right, this is one of the ray. Let me draw a straight line. This is one of the ray. And the other one is what? The distance between this ray and the other one is very, very small. But they are anyway going to meet at the same point P. Aisa. Just imagine a case where this distance is very small and this horizontal distance is very, very large. इस बात को आप please imagine करो कि this point or this distance is increased. However, this distance, the vertical distance between these two lines have been decreased a lot. ऐसा कुछ. Guys, can I assume they will, अब अभी देख लो, इनको सिर्फ पार्ट देख लो. If I remove this, guys, can you say that they will become parallel? Just imagine if it will become again very, very less, they'll become parallel. बच्चा लोग समझ में आ रही है बात? So what we can assume here, if you are going to assume small d will be very, very less than capital D, I can say S1P and S2P can be assumed parallel. They will not be exactly parallel, but they can be assumed parallel. ठीक है? All right, guys. समझ में आ सबको? So now tell me, guys, what is the difference in path traveled by a particle or by anyone if both of them are moving in parallel direction? Let us say one path is like this, the other one is like this. They are going to meet at this point. Consider they are going to meet at this point. This is point P. So tell me, what is the path difference? Can I say if this is S1, this is S2? So path difference for between these two distances will be, if I drop a perpendicular from here, this will be the path difference. If these two lines are parallel, then path difference will be this distance. This is the extra distance. Right, bachcha log, samajh mein aaya sabko? So to get that path difference, what I'm going to do, I am going to drop a perpendicular from S1 on S2P. So I'll be dropping a perpendicular from S1 on S2P like this. So if I drop a perpendicular like this, फिर से बनाता हूं मैं, it doesn't look like perpendicular. Now it looks like perpendicular. If I name this point as M, so guys, can I write if S1P and S2P will become parallel? And if I ask you what is the path difference, I would say path difference will be this extra distance. So in that case, I will write delta X will be written as S2M. Guys, tell me, how will you find this S2M? कैसे निकालेंगे? So what I'm going to do, I am going to see how will I denote this point P. So there are two methods. First one is if you give the distance of this point P from this central line. Second method is if you give what is the angle made by this point P with the central line. That is also one of the way to explain the position of point P. So I'm going to use angular method as well. तो मैंने क्या बोला, यहाँ से एक line ऐसा connect किया. And let us say this angle is theta. Let us say that angle is theta. So if this will be angle theta, can I say S1P is parallel to S2P? So S1P, and if I consider this point as O, or let us consider C and C dash. Can I say that CP, S1P and S2P, all of them are parallel to each other? So all of these lines will make same angle with the horizontal line or with the center line. So guys, if this is angle theta, tell me what will be the value of S2M in terms of D and theta. Use the geometry, बच्चा लोग. Use the geometry and answer me. What will be the value of S2M? Very good, Pritesh. Anyone else? What will be the value of S2M? What will be the value of S2M? नो कुशल, गलत हो गया. देखो बच्चे, मैं इस ट्रायंगल को, आई एम गोइंग टू ड्रॉ दिस ट्रायंगल सेपरेटली, ठीक है. आई विल बी ड्रॉइंग दिस ट्रायंगल. ऑलराइट, मैं इस ट्रायंगल को क्या कर रहा हूं, ड्रॉ करने की कोशिश करूंगा, ठीक है. आप समझना फिर. सो लेट अस से दिस इज द ट्रायंगल आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट. ऑलराइट, दिस इज वैल्यू D. This is S2, this is M, and this is S1. Guys, tell me, this is 90 degree. Guys, tell me what will be this angle? What will be this angle? Angle, no, D/2 नहीं होगा बच्चा. Theta. Why theta? देखो, बहुत सिंपल है. Angle made by CP with the central line is theta. This S1, S2 is what? Perpendicular, normal to this central line. Correct है? And this is what? Normal to C1P. So if two lines are making an angle theta with each other, their normals will also make same angle theta with each other. So angle between CP and CC dash is theta. So angle made by their normals. This is normal to CP and this is normal to central line. They will also make the same angle theta. तो यहां से मुझे एंगल क्या मिल जाएगा बच्चा लोग? थीटा. If I ask you to use sin theta here, this is what? This is delta x. If I ask you to use sin theta here, you'll write sin theta will be equal to delta x divided by d. Or if you write S2M only, you write S2M divided by d. So what is the value of S2M from this part? S2M will be equal to d sin theta. So I can write delta x can be written as d sin theta. This is the path difference. This is the path difference incurred by both the waves coming from S1, S2 on the screen located at an angle theta with the central line. If we change the value of theta, the path difference will change. If you put theta is equal to 0, tell me bachcha log, what will be the path difference? If you put theta is equal to 0, tell me what will be the path difference? Let's do. Okay? If theta is 0, that means we are talking about point P on C dash, right? This is the point I'm talking about. So ray of light will come like this, ray of light will come like this. So since they'll what? Symmetrical about this central line. So these two distances will be what? Same. So distance covered by the light wave coming from S1 to reach C dash, and the distance covered by light waves coming from S2 to reach C dash will be same. So path difference between them will be 0 because both of them will travel the same path. Bachalo, if I ask you, what if theta is 90 degree? Bachalo, tell me, what if theta is 90 degree? What will be the condition? Meaning kya hai? When I say theta is 90, what is the meaning of that? When theta is 90, I'm talking about a point P which is very, very far away from the central line at infinity. Okay? So guys, now you must have understood that how the path difference will change with respect to theta. Okay? अथर्व 9th में चला जा. अथर्व एंड रवि किरण 7th 8th में पढ़ ले बच्चा. मैं क्या बताऊं? I'm telling you the simple thing. We have studied this so many times. If two lines are making an angle theta with each other, their normal will also make same angle theta with each other. ये हमने, मुझे जहां तक याद है 7th 8th में ही पढ़ा था हम लोगों ने. दो लाइन के बीच में एंगल थीटा है, दो लाइन के बीच में अगर एंगल थीटा है, their perpendiculars will also make the same angle theta with each other. तो यहाँ देखो ना, इतना आसान चीज में कैसे परेशानी हो सकता है? I seriously doubt it. पक्का तुम्हें भांग का असर हुआ है. ये हॉरिजॉन्टल और सीपी के बीच में एंगल थीटा, तो वर्टिकल एंड परपेंडिकुलर टू सीपी के बीच में एंगल कितना? थीटा ओनली. अरे समझ में आया अथर्व एंड रवि किरण? अथर्व एंड रवि किरण गॉट इट? पक्का? ठीक है, तो आफ्टर फर्स्ट assumption that the small d is very very less as compared to capital D, path difference will be equal to d sin theta. As long as you don't get this part, you can't write this form. If this particular condition is not satisfied, this will be incorrect statement to make. ठीक है, तो इस चीज का प्लीज ध्यान देना. अच्छा, so now guys, what about the second approximation, which is actually very very important. Second approximation is, now you must be asking this in your mind, why do we need second approximation? मुझे चाहिए क्यों दूसरा approximation? Why this is not enough? Why this is not sufficient? Why do we need one more approximation? So बच्चा लोग, if I ask you to find the position on the screen, if I ask you to find the position on the screen where constructive interference will occur, ठीक है, or if I ask you to find position on the screen where destructive interference will occur, how will you find it? So one way is to find the value theta. But bacha, it is very difficult to find the value theta easily, because this d sin theta can be equated with n lambda for constructive interference. This d sin theta can be equated with 2n minus 1 lambda by 2 for destructive interference. But guys, you know, even if you change a slight value here, even if you change it slightly, the value of theta will change. And you would not know what is the value of theta for all the possible values. So you have to refer about a trigonometric table. वो बहुत ही मुश्किल होता है उसको निकालना, ठीक है? Either you have to like get a table or you can't actually get the exact value of theta. तो करते क्या है बच्चा लोग? Let us find out the position of point P for constructive or destructive by getting the value of y involved in it. By involving y, by getting the value of y itself. Simply y का value किसी तरीके से निकालेंगे, ठीक है? Once I'll get this approximation, you'll get to know what was the significance of this approximation. Okay, so second approximation is if y is very very less than capital D. इसका meaning क्या है? That means if we are observing the fringe pattern or interference pattern close to the central line, ठीक है? If you are observing the fringe pattern close to the central line, so the value of y is what? Very less as compared to capital D. If we assume this part, then what will be the assumption? तो इससे क्या changes आएगा? If y is very very less than capital D, बच्चा लोग, guys, if I ask you to consider this right angle triangle, can I say tan theta? देखो ये theta है, this is y and this is what? D. So can I write tan theta is equal to y by D? And if y is very very less than capital T, I can write tan theta can be approximated as sin theta as well. If theta is very very small, tan theta can be approximated as sin theta. It can be approximated as theta as well. So this tan theta can be approximated as sin theta, and it can be simply written as y divided by capital D. Now, if I know sin theta is equal to y by D, I will put the value of sin theta as y by D here. Now I have path difference in terms of simply y. Now I don't have to deal with the trigonometry. Okay? So in that case, I will get the value of delta x equal to d into y divided by capital D. So आप इसको क्या लिखोगे? Delta x will be equal to y small d by capital D. But guys, you need to be very very careful with this. This is only applicable when second approximation is satisfied, is valid. If this approximation is not present, you can't write delta x as y d by capital D. You have to simply use delta x will be equal to d sin theta. If approximation 1 is also not satisfied, then you can't even use delta x is equal to d sin theta. तुम्हें क्या करना पड़ेगा? You have to go for this geometrical analysis. तो ये है general, ठीक है? Generic one, it is valid everywhere. This is after first approximation, and this one is after second approximation. Guys, please click yes if you have understood the calculation of path difference in all these assumptions. But chalo, please click yes if you have understood the calculation of path difference in all these two assumptions. Clear hai chalo? Guys, do you want to see something? I have got one message here. I will hide the number here. I want to show something to you. Guys, can you read this? I want you to read this. Wait. I got a message here, and luckily I read it in your class. Guys, can you read this? Try to read this message. This is not academic one. Just try to read it. Padh liya? This is also very important. Guys, please try to click on the spotlight video. My spotlight video will come in full screen, and then you can read this message. Padh liya sabne? No, it's not none of you. Like तुम्हारे बैच का नहीं है. So what is this message? Chalo, sir, I'm facing problem of where to start studying physics. I have taken book concepts of physics. I haven't copied notes from the class. Sir, please help me. बता कहाँ का है ये? Like from which batch this guy is? He's dropper. He's NEET dropper. He's taking a drop this year. And believe me, guys, from this batch also, there'll be so many of you who will be thinking to take a drop. Guys, can you guess why this occurs to him? But can I help him? Just tell me honestly. Just imagine I'm talking to those guys who understand the effect or you can say the importance of hard work. Those who have done it, those who have studied properly PU1, PU2, tell me, guys, can I help him honestly? Just tell me honestly, can I help him? In any way, like, can I help him to actually score very good mark in physics? अभी कौन सा महीना है बताओ? I'll tell you, जो टैब बनता है ना, चलो, I don't want you guys to get trapped in that, to get stuck in those traps. अभी कौन महीना? This is like October, mid of October. October समझो खत्म ही हो गया, right? In the month of May, NEET का exam होगा. 5 to 6 months are there. This guy doesn't know even where to start. He didn't copy the notes also. I've taken 7 classes for NEET dropper. I told them I like, you guys don't deserve me, so I won't be taking your class. So I actually canceled that class. I told them like from last week only that I won't be taking your class because I have some other work to do. And guys, I like you guys don't, like, I don't deserve you. Simple सी बात है. You guys are so great. मैं तुम्हारे लायक नहीं हूँ. So this is the type of students that you might be after PU2 if you don't work hard right now. And guys, if you have done hard work, you'll get to know that like I can't help him actually. मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता हूँ उसके लिए. I can simply give him some kind of fake motivation. I can simply give him some kind of fake dreams or some kind of fake कि तुम ऐसा करो ये हो जाएगा. कुछ नहीं होगा. He might be able to clear few of the concepts. He might be able to complete half of the chapter. Because सिर्फ physics नहीं है ना यार. तुम्हें biology 5 बार पढ़ना है. Just talk to those who have got more than 600 or more than 580 in NEET examination. They'll let you know how much effort is required. He has to study biology also, chemistry also, and then physics also. And that too, he's PU2 passed out, but he doesn't know a single thing about physics. बहुत कम चीज उसको पता है. Vector भी नहीं मालूम है. So those who were thinking of मैं PU2 में पढ़ूंगा, like I'll tell you, there must be so many of you who must have thought I will in PU1, I'll study properly in PU2, and now is going to pass out. Now you must be thinking, kuch nahi hoga, I'll take a drop. So this is what going to happen. And अगर तुम्हें कोई एक चापलूस टीचर मिला, बटर करने वाला टीचर मिला, the one who sells dream वाला टीचर मिला, he will ask you to do this, do that, और कुछ नहीं होगा तुम्हारा. And this market is full of those. तुम्हें हर जगह मिलेगा बताने वाला, तू ऐसा कर सकता है, तू ऐसा कर सकता है. No one is going to tell you कि कितना तेरे पास एफर्ट है. No one is going to tell you that. Introspect yourself. Identify your capacity. तो बच्चा लोग, अभी भी तुम्हारे पास टाइम है. Please try to work as hard as you can. Give your 100% as the consider life depends on it. अभी के लिए लाइफ तुम्हारा इसी पर डिपेंड करता है. So थोड़ा समझो. And guys, it is always very very hard for teachers like us कि कैसे उसको मैं honestly सच बताऊं. If I'll tell him कि तुम्हारा कुछ नहीं होगा, पक्का he'll be abusing me कि तू demotivate करता है सर. You are a demotivator. You don't never motivates. His parents must be thinking क्या होता है. Guys, those who take drop na, and those who actually get good mark, they have the basic things clear. So I'll tell your batch also. इस बैच में से सिर्फ 4 से 5% लोगों का ठीक ठाक स्कोर आएगा, बाकी को टेंशन होगा. And when the result will come, on the day of result, when your teachers will be messaging you on the group, congratulations guys for your result, I hope you guys are enjoying a lot, and all those things, you will be feeling very very bad. When you'll see the posters of your friend, when you'll see the photos of your friend in newspaper, in some kind of posters, in some kind of let's say WhatsApp group description or somewhere, you'll find what is so different about me and him. What did I achieve which is greater than this? तो वहां पे बहुत बुरा लगेगा. So guys, I request all of you to work for, you should not be feeling in that way, to work for a day where that day never comes, that you feel bad about you feel low about yourself. So थोड़ा सा please मेहनत करो, give your 100% and try to improve yourself every day. ठीक है? चलिए, thank you for your patience and sorry for taking this much of time of yours, but it was थोड़ा मुझे लगा कि बताना चाहिए. Anyway, so बच्चा लोग, ये हो गया हमारा after second assumption the value of delta x. Now let us find out the positions on screen. Let us find out positions on screen where constructive interference will occur. बोलो बच्चा, exactly मुझे क्या निकालना है? If I ask you to find the positions on the screen where constructive interference will occur, what is that parameter that we need to find? Which parameter we are interested in? We have to find the value of y. Once we'll find the value of y, I'll get the value of position. I'll get the position, right? So for constructive interference, we know that delta x must be equal to n lambda, right? So I'll equate the value of delta x, which is equal to y small d by capital D, to n lambda. So I'll get y is equal to n lambda capital D divided by small d. N lambda capital D divided by small d. So depending on the value of n, multiple positions on screen will be possible. Depending on the value of n, multiple positions on the screen is possible. अच्छा guys, here n कहां से कहां वेरी करता है बच्चा लोग? n varies from, n क्या होता है? 0 plus minus 1 plus minus 2 plus minus 3 and so on. If you put n is equal to 0, if you put n is equal to 0, tell me guys which position we are talking about. If n will be 0, y will be 0. That means we are talking about a point on this central line. है ना? Center point की बात कर रहे हैं. That is called as the central fringe. उसको क्या बोलते हैं बच्चा लोग? और central bright, central maxima, उसको क्या बोलते हैं? n is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, this position is called as central maxima. इसको क्या बोलते हैं बच्चा लोग? Central maxima. So at y is equal to 0, the first one, यहाँ पे क्या, the first maxima is what? Observed. Since we put n is equal to 0, it is on the central line, so we define this as central maxima. All other positions of maxima will be measured from this central maxima, क्योंकि central line से ही होता है ना, यहीं से तो होता है ना measure. So first, second, third का मतलब क्या है चलो? वेवलेंथ के बारे में कुछ भी हो सकता है ना बच्चा, वो एंगस्ट्रॉम में रहेगा, नैनोमीटर में रहेगा, कराएंगे वो सारी चीजें, डोंट वरी प्रतीश, एवरीथिंग इज देयर, आगे में है हमारे पास. चलिए, सो गाइस, व्हाट इफ n is -1? इसका मीनिंग क्या है? What if n is -1? What is the meaning of that? Of n is or n is equal to -2. Which position are we talking about if we have n is equal to n is negative? That means we are talking about positions on the screen below the central line. है ना? So if n is negative, that means these are the positions. So n negative will tell us positions below the central line or central maxima. Both of them can be told here. If I ask you to give me the answer for first maxima, the first maxima का मतलब क्या है बच्चा लोग? n is equal to 1, n is equal to -1. If you put n is equal to 1 plus -1, that means this is what? First maxima. If you put n is equal to plus -2, this is nothing but the position for second maxima. All right. So if somebody asks you what is the position of fifth maxima, तो क्या करोगे? Put the value of n as 5 or -5. So there are two maximas that are possible on the screen. One will be above central line and other one will be below central line. Guys, please click yes if you have understood the positions on screen where constructive interference will occur. यहाँ पे intensity क्या मिलेगा? Maximum. क्या मिलेगा बच्चा लोग? Intensity maximum. If intensity at S1, S2 is I0, intensity on the screens at these positions will be 4I0. ठीक है? तो maximum intensity will be observed at these positions. अब बात करते हैं बच्चा लोग हम लोग मिनिमा के लिए. ठीक है? तो पोजीशंस फॉर या ब्राइट स्पॉट नहीं मिलेगा, लाइन मिलेगा. यहां पे क्या है बच्चा लोग? हमारा सोर्स ऑफ लाइट कैसा? स्लिट है. तो तुम्हें इस तरीके का ब्राइट स्पॉट्स ब्राइट वो लाइंस मिलेंगे, फ्रिंजेस मिलेगा, ब्राइट देन डार्क देन ब्राइट, ऐसा करके बताता हूं, डोंट वरी. एक मिनट रुक तो जाओ. सो नाउ विल टॉक अबाउट पोजीशंस for destructive interference. All right, guys. 3 marks, 4, 5 marks, both of them can be asked. लिखित 3 marks का क्वेश्चन भी पूछा जा सकता है, 5 marks का भी क्वेश्चन पूछा जा सकता है थ्योरी के लिए. ठीक है? All right, guys. So what is the path difference we have got? Delta x is equal to y small d divided by capital D, right? So for destructive interference, tell me what is the formula? What should be the value of delta x? How it should be related to lambda? That is nothing but 2n minus 1 into lambda by 2. Let us try to find the value of y from here. So y will be written as, y का value क्या मिलेगा? 2n minus 1 lambda capital D by small d or small 2 into small d. So this is the value, or the values of y from here will give you the position of destructive interference or minimas. तो ये क्या बताएगा बच्चे लोग? They are what? The positions of minima. Minima क्यों बोलते हैं? Because your intensity will be minimum, and in fact intensity will be 0 in YDAC. Why? Because intensity of light at S1 and S2 are what? Same. Intensity of light at S1 and S2 will be same. तो intensity of participating waves क्या है बच्चा लोग? Equal है. I1 and I2 is equal to I0. So the intensity for destructive interference is I1, square root of I1 minus square root of I2 का whole square. square root of I naught minus square root of I naught ka whole square, that is 0. So here intensity will be what? 0. Or you can say position of minima or 0 intensity. Dark fringes, dark spots, dark region will be found at these positions. मतलब no sense, no presence of light will be there. यहाँ पे light कुछ होगा ही नहीं. ठीक है, तो क्या हो जाएगा? Destructive interference यहाँ पे हो जाएगा. All right. So guys, if I ask you, let put n is equal to 1 plus minus 1, इसका मतलब क्या है? Plus minus 1. That means I'm talking about first minima. I'm talking about first minima. ठीक है, I'll call about first minima और first dark fringe. क्या बोलेंगे उसको बच्चा लोग? और first dark fringe. If I put n is equal to plus minus 2, then this is nothing but second minima or second dark fringe. Guys, tell me how should I write this y if I put all the values? n is equal to 1 से शुरू करते हैं, तो y क्या मिलेगा बच्चा लोग? If I put n is equal to 1 here, तो 2 into 1 minus 1 is 1, तो 1 into lambda d by 2 into small d, तो lambda capital D by 2d plus minus. Then second one will be if I put n is equal to 2 here, क्या मिलेगा? 2 into 2 minus 1, that is 3. I will write 3 lambda capital D divided by 2d plus minus. आगे क्या मिलेगा बच्चा लोग? 5 lambda capital D divided by 2d and so on. So at these positions, dark spots or dark fringe or minimas will be found. If I ask you about the positions for maximas or bright fringes, you will write y will be equal to 0 plus minus lambda d by d plus minus 2 lambda d by d plus minus 3 lambda d by d and so on. Because put the value of n here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and so on. Guys, please click yes if you have understood the positions for destructive interference or dark fringes or minimas. Bachcha log, please click yes if you have understood the explanation for positions for destructive interference. Clear है सबको? बहुत बढ़िया. चलिए, तो यहां पे मैं आपको दिखाता हूं कि किस तरीके से फॉर्मेशन होगा आपका ब्राइट फ्रिंज और डार्क फ्रिंज का. Guys, if I ask you, ध्यान से देखो, if I ask you to find distance between, देखो मैंने मान लो ये ऐसा स्क्रीन बनाया, ठीक है? If this is the central line, if this is the central line, okay? Tell me guys, where will be the first bright fringe that will be formed, that will be found? कहां पे first bright fringe होगा? At lambda d by capital D, correct है ना? So this is 0, so this is B1. नीचे में क्या मिलेगा बच्चों लोग? एक और नीचे में B1 मिल जाएगा at the same distance, B1 bright maxima. Okay, where will be the first dark fringe? बोलो बच्चा, where will be the first dark fringe? लिखित, हर्षिता, ये दो बच्चे कैसे आ गए? मैंने बोला ना 3 marks 5 marks. First dark fringe is at what? Lambda capital D divided by 2d. This distance is lambda capital D divided by d. At half of this B1 and C1, the first dark fringe will be there. At the same, एक dash लिख रहा हूं मैं इधर, ठीक है? Similarly, below the central line, we are going to get D1 prime. Second कहां मिलेगा बच्चा लोग? तो second का वैल्यू बताइए. Second B2 कहां मिलेगा? तो वैल्यू फॉर Y2 for bright fringe is what? 2 lambda d by d. So this is lambda d by d. This is what? 2 lambda. If I add lambda d by d, 2 lambda d by d. तो यहां कुछ मिला मुझे B2. Similarly, यह इधर मिलेगा B2 prime. Where will be the second dark fringe? It is 3 lambda d by 2d. So this is at lambda d by d. If I add d by lambda d by 2d here, then I get the second dark fringe. Again, in between B1 and B2, B1 prime and B2 prime. Exactly in the middle. So guys, tell me, can I say, acha, let me ask you this only. What is distance between 0th maxima and first fringe? इनके बीच में distance कितना है? What is distance between C and D1? What is distance between C and D1? It's lambda D by 2D, right? Lambda D by 2D. What is distance between B1 and D1? Lambda D by 2D, right? What is distance between D2 and B1? Lambda D by 2D. Correct hai na? So can I write distance between two bright fringes or two dark fringes or consecutive bright and dark fringes. Distance between two bright fringes or two dark fringes or two consecutive bright and dark fringes will be constant. क्या मिलेगा बच्चा लोग? वो क्या मिलेगा? कांस्टेंट. यहां भी क्या लिखना है बच्चा लोग? कॉन्सिक्यूटिव ब्राइट फ्रिंज लिखना होगा आपको. Consecutive bright fringes or consecutive two dark fringes or two consecutive bright and dark fringes. All of them will be what? Will be constant. ये आपको constant मिलेगा. Now after this we have to study what is fringe width. अच्छा, कुछ लोग पूछ रहे हैं fringe क्या होता है? Guys, do you want to explain what is fringe? Meaning of fringe. बोलो बच्चा, जल्दी से बताओ. What is fringe? Tanya, yes sir. Strip, okay. ठीक है, stripe. That lines that have formed. देखो होता क्या है बच्चा, I'll tell you very frankly. एकदम बिल्कुल ध्यान से समझना इसको. Consider the screen is like this. If you look at the screen from front, the screen looks like this. This is the central line, okay? So if I'll be drawing with white color, consider that as maxima. मतलब light अच्छा है. If I'll be using black color, let me use black only. Black दिखेगा क्या? No, black will not be visible to you. Let me use this red for the dark. ठीक है? तो मैं क्या use करूंगा? White for this white bright fringes and red for the dark fringes. तो guys at this central line तो मुझे maximum मिलेगा. क्या मिलेगा? Maximum intensity मिलेगा. If you go away from this line, so what will happen? If you go away from this line, the intensity will start decreasing. तो अभी देखो, मान लो पहले मोटा था, यहां पे सबसे मोटा ऐसा आपको मिलेगा. This is what? The brightest. As you'll come down, so the brightness of the fringe will start decreasing. Brightness of light will start decreasing. All right? तो ये decrease किया, ये decrease किया. ठीक है? In a similar way, if you go above, तो आपको इस तरीके से दिखेगा. Guys, can you imagine this condition? at this point maximum intensity. As you'll go away from it, the intensity will start decreasing. क्या हो रहा है? Intensity decrease किया और decrease किया और decrease किया. So this is the point where intensity is zero. This is the point where intensity is zero. All right. Not the zero actually. ये क्या हो रहा है? घटता गया. Intensity घटा 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 बिल्कुल घट के zero मिला. Now let me use पूरा red color, मोटा सा red color. This is the point. This is the position on the screen which where intensity is zero. Once you'll go away from it, once you'll start going away from it, intensity बढ़ेगा, further increases, then again further increases. Let me copy this like this. समझ में आया बच्चा लोग? Guys, did you understand this? तो यहां देखो पूरा मिला के this is the position for constructive interference. This is the position for constructive interference. This is the position for destructive interference. अरे फिर से मिलता है ना प्रतीश? Look at this point. From here decreases becomes zero. From here again increases becomes maximum. देखो ना इधर सेंट्रल पॉइंट है. Decreases becomes zero. Again intensity increases and then again become maximum. Again decreases becomes zero. Intensity again increases then become maximum. तभी तो bright fringe मिलेगा ना. बच्चा मैं ये बात कर रहा हूं फ्रिंजेस की, मैं बात कर रहा हूं किसकी? नहीं, ऐसा बटता है बच्चा, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है. वो क्लियर है, बट मैं किसकी बात कर रहा हूं मैं आपके लिए? आगे इफ यू कंपेयर दीज एंड दीज थोड़ा सा डिफरेंस आएगा बिकॉज ऑफ द डिस्टेंस. इफ यू कंपेयर इफ यू कंसीडर द आइडियल कंडीशन, बिल्कुल ऐसा ही कंडीशन होगा. ये दिस इज द ब्राइट फ्रिंज कम्स टू डार्क फ्रिंज, bright fringe again dark fringe will come, again bright fringe will come. So this is how this is going to happen. Clear है? तो ये जो part मिला ना where brightness will be dominant, the part on the screen where the brightness will be dominant, this stripe is called as fringe. This is bright fringe. The portions on the screen which will be darker, here तो कोई भी zero बिल्कुल zero रहेगा. If you go from here to here तो क्या मिल जाएगा? थोड़ा सा आपको लाइट आना शुरू हो जाएगा. So this portion, half of it, this portion will be called as what? The dark fringe. तो फ्रिंज का मतलब क्या? स्ट्राइप्स जो आपको मिलेगा ऐसा लाइट का जो कंडीशन मतलब दिस इज द स्पेस वेयर डार्कनेस विल बी डोमिनेंट. दिस इज द प्लेस वेयर brightness or the bright spots will be or bright lines will be dominant. Guys, did you understand the meaning of fringe? Fringe का मतलब समझ में आया? And in YDSE you will not be getting spots. Spots नहीं मिलेगा. If you look at the screen from this side, if you look at the screen from this side, then you'll get spots. ये डॉट लिखता है, बुक में ऐसे दिखाता है. Because you are looking at a screen. Consider this is a screen. You're looking at screen like this. Imagine कर लो, this is the screen you are having. यहाँ bright spot ऐसे डॉट लग रहा है. You're going to get stripes like this. But if you look at the screen in this way, you will find those stripes at dots only. So that is why the diagrams in book looks like there's dots, bright dots or bright spots, dark spots. But in real life, they're not spots. वो क्या है? चलो viewing angle आपका उस तरीके से है. You are viewing the screen from this side. Actual screen तो होता है, पर्दा होता है ना, इस तरीके का पर्दा पीछे में. All right, guys. So, what is the meaning of fringe width? What is the definition of fringe width? तो fringe width का definition है कि the distance between two consecutive bright fringes or two consecutive maximas or two consecutive minima. So, bolo bachcha log, what will be the value of beta in that case? If I define fringe width has distance between two consecutive maxima or two consecutive minima, what will be the answer? बोलो बच्चे, जल्दी से आंसर करो, किसी का लिख लो ना। देखो lambda, sorry, if I talk about bright fringes, so I'll say by B2 minus by for B1. तो by V2 minus by for B1, तो B2 क्या हो जाएगा 2 lambda capital D by small d minus by for B1 first bright fringe क्या मिलेगा lambda D divide by D. So what will be the answer? Lambda D divide by small d. Even if you talk about dark fringe, if I ask you find by for D2 minus by for D1, so what will be the answer? ये क्या मिलेगा बच्चों लोग, जल्दी से आंसर करो। 3 lambda D divided by 2D minus lambda D divided by 2D. So you'll get the same answer, lambda D divided by D. So जो fringe width का फॉर्मूला है वो क्या है बच्चों लोग, lambda D divided by small d. तो ये फॉर्मूला प्लीज याद रखना, डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन पूछेगा। Find the fringe width. They'll give you the value of lambda, they'll give you the value of capital D, they'll give you the value of small d, and you'll be asked to find the fringe width in YDAC experiment. ठीक है बच्चा? So अभी के लिए थ्योरी में यही पढ़ते हैं। I think this will become very very monotonous if I don't solve some numericals. So there are few other things that we have to study in YDAC, but for both this is enough. Boards के लिए theory is enough. इसके अलावा जो छोटे छोटे points हैं I'll explain it later. But first let us solve some numericals. So guys, try to solve this numerical based on the theories that we have studied till this point. Try करो solve करने का और फिर बताओ। Come on guys, give me the answer. In Young's double slit experiment, the slits are separated by 0.28 millimeter and the screen is placed 1.4 meter away. The distance between central bright fringe and fourth bright fringe is measured to be 1.2 centimeter. Determine the wavelength of light used in the experiment. चलो बच्चों लोग जल्दी आंसर करो, डायरेक्ट फॉर्मूला बेस्ड क्वेश्चन है ये। यू कैन गेट द आंसर डायरेक्टली बाय यूजिंग द फॉर्मूला। आप सिंपल फॉर्मूला यूज करो, आंसर मिल जाएगा। However, some exceptions will be there, but यहाँ पे इस क्वेश्चन में I don't think you have to worry about that. बच्चों लोग जल्दी आंसर करो। Guys, I'm guessing few of you are messaging me on the co-host account. Please don't do that. I won't be able to reply you back. Sakshya Pujari has answered. Very good. Sakshya, don't you think that wavelength is 0.24 गलत होगा? लाइट का वेवलेंथ कुछ नैनोमीटर में आएगा, एंगस्ट्रॉम में आएगा, राइट? 10 to the power -8, 9, 10 ऐसा कुछ होना चाहिए। थोड़ा यूनिट्स का ध्यान दो बच्चा। चलो तो सॉल्व करते हैं। तो फ्यू ऑफ यू आर सेइंग 600 नैनोमीटर, या फ्यू का बहुत सारे, साक्षी, सुहास, प्रतीश, आदित्य डीएस, अभिषेक, मोहित, इट्स ओके साक्षिया, सब लोगों ने 600 बोला है। लेट अस सी करेक्ट है इनकरेक्ट है। सो व्हाट इज द क्वेश्चन बच्चा? वी हैव टू फाइंड द वेवलेंथ, डिस्टेंस बिटवीन द सेंट्रल ब्राइट फ्रिंज एंड फोर्थ ब्राइट फ्रिंज। दैट मींस दिस वैल्यू इज गिवन टू अस बाय फॉर B4 है ना, दिस इज गिवन टू अस, दिस इज व्हाट 4 into lambda d by small d, and this is given to us as 1.2 centimeter. Let us convert this into meter में कर लो, no problem, -2. I need to find lambda, so lambda will be equal to 1.2 into 10 to the power -12 into d. What is the value of d बच्चा लोग? 0.28 millimeter 10 to the power -3 divided by 4 into capital D. D is 1.4 meter, तो 1.4 into 10 to the power 3. ठीक है बच्चा लोग, चलिए सॉल्व करके देखिए क्या मिलेगा आंसर। दिस इज 4, दिस इज 1.2, दिस इज 1.4। यहां से अगर मैं सॉल्व करूं, सो दिस वैल्यू विल गिव अस 0.2, राइट? ये क्या मिल गया? 0.2। बहुत बढ़िया। फिर और सॉल्व करते हैं, क्या सॉल्व होगा, क्या 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 सॉल्व होगा, या दिस विल come here 10, this will be 2, now this will give us 0.6, करेक्ट है। तो मुझे आंसर मिला 0.6 इंटू 10 to the power -5 इंटू 10 to the power -4। सो आंसर में क्या मिला मुझे, 0.6 इंटू 10 to the power -9, ऐसा ही मिला है। चलो मुझे तो कुछ और मिला। प्रतीश कुछ तो गड़बड़ है बच्चा, देखो मैंने गलत किया, ओके मतलब भांग का असर फिर से हो गया। वेयर डिड आई कमिट मिस्टेक बच्चा, कैन यू लेट मी नो। कहां पे गलती किया बताओ जल्दी से। सब कुछ तो सही किया ना मैंने, क्या गलती किया। सिक्स 600 नैनोमीटर आना चाहिए। आर यू श्योर अबाउट दिस। It will not be 1.3 into 10 to the power 3. Then what should be the answer, bachcha? Aditi? I have converted all of them in terms of meter, right? Yes, correct. It will not be this. I have converted all of them in meters. Why will I convert that again in meters? It's already in meters. Yeah, that was the mistake. So this will be -1. Thank you. Very good. It's given in meter only. Correct है, correct है। तो यहां मिल गया मुझे -6। अरे मल्टीप्लाई कर दे, हाँ तब तो मुझे मिल जाएगा 600 नैनोमीटर, करेक्ट। सो मल्टीप्लाई करने का 1000 इधर, तो डिवाइड भी करना पड़ेगा 1000 से यार। इफ यू मल्टीप्लाई 1000 इट बिकम 600 एंड इफ यू डिवाइड 1000 इट विल बिकम 6 to 10 to the -9, दैट इज कंसीडर्ड एज नैनो। तो आंसर क्या मिला, 600 नैनोमीटर। ऑलराइट, थैंक यू बच्चा, थैंक यू। गिव मी द आंसर फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन। यस साक्षी, आई गॉट इट। अतर भी सही है सर आपका। थैंक यू अतर, बट आई वाज रॉन्ग। कम ऑन गाइस, गिव मी द आंसर फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन नाउ। Yes, Pranav, you can give the answer. Give that answer. 0.6 micrometer also. No issues. इसका आंसर करो। In Young's double slit experiment using monochromatic light. Monochromatic means single wavelength. ठीक है? अच्छा, why do we need monochromatic light बच्चा लोग? Can you give me the answer? Why do we need monochromatic light? Guys, do you remember last slides of, I think yesterday notes or on Saturday notes? लास्ट क्लास जो भी मैंने लिया था तो उसके एंड में मैंने कुछ लिखा था, फॉर इंटरफेरेंस पैटर्न टू सस्टेन, फॉर इंटरफेरेंस पैटर्न टू सस्टेन देयर आर फ्यू प्रॉपर्टीज दैट आई हैव मेंशन्ड, देयर आर फ्यू कंडीशंस दैट आई हैव मेंशन्ड। हैव यू रेड दोस थिंग्स? कितने लोगों ने पढ़ा था वो? देखो बच्चा, इफ यू आर हैविंग सोर्स ऑफ लाइट और इफ यू आर हैविंग लाइट considering or including multiple colors, multiple wavelength, होगा क्या, multiple wavelength will suffer a different diffraction, suffers different you can say deviation through the corners. तो fringes क्या कर जाएगा, overlap कर जाएगा। fringes क्या करेगा बच्चा लोग? So for one wavelength, let us say for one wavelength you are getting here bright spot, for other wavelength also there might be overlap of the bright spot, or the other wavelength will have some different intensity here. तो मान लो यहां पे ऐसा कुछ, मान लो रेड का ब्राइट स्पॉट मिला एंड फॉर ऑरेंज लेटर से कुछ अलग इंटेंसिटी मिला, सो इट वोंट बी लाइक एग्जैक्टली रेड, इट विल बी मोर टुवर्ड्स थोड़ा सा क्या, ऑरेंज कलर की तरफ थोड़ा सा मूव कर जाएगा। समझ में आया क्या कलर? तो फॉर sustaining or you can say for a distinctive interface or interference to occur, for having a distinctive fringe pattern, you should be using a monochromatic light. नहीं तो मल्टीपल कलर का तुम्हें क्या ऐसा कुछ बैंड मिल जाएगा ओवरलैप करता हुआ, ये ब्लू वायलेट ग्रीन कुछ ओवरलैप करता हुआ दिख जाएगा, so you won't be able to get a proper fringe pattern. यस अथर्व, तुम लोगों ने देखा नहीं, मैंने वो सारे कंडीशंस लास्ट के क्लास नोट्स में डाला है। लेट मी सी इफ आई हैव दोस थिंग्स, मैं कर दिखाता हूं तुम्हें। तुम लोग यार नोट्स डाउनलोड नहीं करते हो। वेव ऑप्टिक्स, देन आई थिंक फोर्थ थर्ड में होगा, थर्ड में। इसमें नहीं क्या? सेकंड में देखता हूं मैं। देखो, सिंस सेकंड क्लास नोट्स लास्ट में मैंने लिखा हुआ है कंडीशंस फॉर सस्टेन्ड इंटरफेरेंस। यहां कुछ 3 दिया है, सेम अलग से बुक से भी मैंने कॉपी किया है। वहां पे क्या था, थोड़ा डिटेल्ड में था। इनिशियल फेज डिफरेंस क्या होना चाहिए बच्चा लोग? इनिशियल फेज डिफरेंस बिटवीन द इंटरफेरिंग वेव मस्ट remain constant, otherwise interference will not be sustained. What is the meaning of this condition? ये बता रहा है कि waves or the sources must be coherent. Sources must be coherent. ये वो बता रहा है। That initial phase constant must be constant. Second part क्या है? The frequencies and the wavelength of the two waves should be equal. इसी को दूसरे पॉइंट में बताया है। Same thing. The frequencies and the wavelength of two waves should be equal. If not, phase difference will not remain constant, so interference will not be sustained. Again ये क्या हो जाएगा? Non-coherent हो जाएगा. And in non-coherent sources, non-coherent waves, what will happen? Interference will not be distinctive. वो भी क्या हो जाएगा? Mixture मिलेगा तुम्हें. ठीक है? Third point, light must be monochromatic. Light must be monochromatic. Single wavelength होना चाहिए, single color light होना चाहिए. So this eliminates the overlapping of pattern as each wavelength corresponds to one interference pattern. So each wavelength corresponds to one interference pattern. So all those interference patterns might overlap with each other and can give you some difference in different fringe pattern. So that will not be that distinctive, or you can say that analytical. आप उसको analyze अच्छे से नहीं कर पाओगे, ठीक है? Fourth part, the amplitudes of the interfering waves must be equal. Why they must be equal? Because if they will be equal, minimum intensity is 0 in that case. So if minimum intensity will be there, then you'll be getting complete dark fringes. So for fringe pattern to be sustaining, क्या होना चाहिए? Amplitude of interfering waves must be equal. This improves the constant with I max is equal to 4 I naught and I minimum will be 0. तो distinction आराम से हो जाएगा. No light, then maximum light. No light, maximum light. तो pattern बड़ा मजेदार होगा. ठीक है? Even if they're not equal, तो ऐसा नहीं fringe pattern मिलेगा नहीं, मिलेगा. But you might think ऐसा होगा, कुछ तो brightness बहुत रहेगा. You will never get a point where complete dark spot or complete dark fringe will be there. वो possible नहीं हो पाएगा. So it might not be that distinctive. तुम्हें लगेगा थोड़ा सा brightness कम हुआ, shading आया, then again brightness आ गया. Position for dark fringe might not be easily identified. So that is why for observing sustained interference with good contrast, good contrast का आप लोगों ने देखा होगा, एडिटिंग करते होगा ना, तो contrast बढ़ाते हो तो कलर का क्या होता है बच्चा लोग? If it is black तो more black हो जाएगा, red है तो more red हो जाएगा, right? So for having an interference with good contrast, these are the conditions that must be satisfied. So these are 6 conditions you need to remember for your board's preparation. आगे देखो बच्चा, the sources must be close to each other, otherwise due to small fringe width, fringes may be so close to each other that the eye cannot resolve them. Sources must be close to each other, otherwise due to small fringe width, अगर आपने d का वैल्यू क्या कर दिया? बड़ा किया. You can see the definition for fringe width. Yeah. Fringe width depend on lambda, capital D and small d. If this d is large, if you increase the value of d, what will happen to beta? It will decrease. So fringe width will decrease if you increase the value of d. That is what have been considered here. So sources must be close. That means distance between the slits must be very, very small, so that fringe width will be, you can say, sufficiently large, so that can be resolved easily by our eyes. Otherwise, in a very small area, multiple fringes will be present. So resolving those things will be very, very difficult for our eye. तो वो भी क्या हो जाएगा बच्चा? गुड कॉन्ट्रास्ट के साथ सस्टेन्ड इंटरफेरेंस नहीं हो पाएगा, आप उसको एनालाइज नहीं कर पाओगे. ऑलराइट, सो सोच लो ना यार, मल्टीपल फ्रिंजेस विल बी देयर इन अ वेरी स्मॉल स्पेस. तो विद योर आईज इफ यू आर गोइंग टू सी दैट, यू विल फाइंड कंप्लीट इल्यूमिनेशन. लगेगा पूरा पूरा ब्राइट स्पॉट ही है। गॉट द पॉइंट? सो ये 5th पॉइंट हुआ। 6th पॉइंट क्या है बच्चा लोग? सोर्सेज मस्ट बी नैरो। सोर्सेज मस्ट बी नैरो। A broad source will be equal to large number of narrow sources. Each set of two sources will give its own pattern. Overlapping of patterns will result in uniform illumination. अभी मैंने बोला ना स्लिट के बारे में। So if this slit width या फिर कह दो size of slits are large or is very large, या फिर मान लो बड़ा बड़ा कर लोगे, तो for each single slit sources क्या मिलेगा? कुछ आपको फ्रिंज पैटर्न मिलेगा। For these two, some other fringe pattern. For these two, some other fringe pattern. And they might overlap and they might give you uniform illumination. Rather than giving you bright and dark fringes alternatingly, they might actually overlap. A bright fringe for a pair might overlap with a bright one for the other pair. And the dark fringe for first pair might overlap with bright fringe of other pair. तो ये क्या तुझे दिखेगा? ब्राइट ही दिखेगा। So that will give you uniform illumination rather than giving you alternate bright and dark fringes. तो वहां से उसके कारण क्या हो जाएगा? इंटरफेरेंस पैटर्न आप उसको आइडेंटिफाई नहीं कर पाओगे। So guys, these are the 6 parameters, these are the 6 conditions for observing sustained interference with good contrast. So please remember these 6. इनमें से कोई 3 याद कर लो. It can be asked to you in your board's examination. Right? 3 conditions for observing sustained interference with good contrast. Guys, click yes if you have understood all these 6 conditions. Guys, click yes if you have understood all these 6 conditions. अगर कुछ डाउट है तो प्लीज पूछ लो। क्लियर है? चलिए, let us come back to the question here. इसका आंसर करो और आज की छुट्टी लो। टाइम है कि नहीं है? 1 मिनट है, 1 मिनट में सॉल्व करके दिखाओ। बहुत इजी है बच्चा लोग, you can solve it. So I have got the answer from Vijeta, I have got the answer from Monisha, Mohit, Tanya, Chirag, Chetan. Very good. So in Young's double slit experiment using monochromatic light of wavelength lambda, intensity of light at a point on the screen where path difference is lambda is k unit. तो एक जगह पे इंटेंसिटी क्या है बच्चा लोग? At p is what? k. Where path difference is कितना बच्चा लोग? Lambda. Path difference is what? Lambda. What is the intensity of light at a point where path difference is lambda by 3? So what is the I at Q if path difference is lambda by 3? बच्चा लोग कैसे सॉल्व करेंगे? How we are going to solve this? Young's double slit experiment है, मतलब I1 be equal to I2 and I can say that is, let's say, I0. ये तो सबको पता है ना, Young's double slit में ये तो होगा। अच्छा, यहां से can I say I'll get the value of I0 because I will write ये path difference is lambda. If path difference is given to you, can I get the phase difference for this? तो delta phi क्या मिलेगा? We have the formula delta phi by 2 pi is equal to delta x by lambda. So delta phi will be equal to delta x by lambda into 2 pi. So put the value. तो lambda divide by lambda into 2 pi. तो यहाँ से क्या मिल गया? 2 pi. पता भी होना चाहिए lambda है path difference, मतलब phase difference क्या होगा? They'll be in the same phase. So if we are going to get this part, that means I at P is equal to K must be equal to 4 I0 into cos square 2 pi by 2. So from this part, I will get I0 will be equal to K by 4. I0 will be equal to K by 4. Right, bacha? Because cos pi is -1. -1 square is 1. Once I'll get the value of I0, I'll use it here. I at P will be equal to 4 I0 into cos square 5 by 2. If delta 2 is lambda by 3, I'll get the value of phi 2 as lambda by 3 divided by 3 into 2 pi. So 3 and 3 get cancelled. Sorry, extremely sorry. This is 2 pi and this will be what? Lambda. Lambda by 3, delta x by lambda into 2 pi. So lambda cancel, I'll be getting 2 pi by lambda. So if I put the value here, I'll get 4 into I0 into cos square 2 pi by 6. So this is nothing but pi by 3. cos square pi by 3. Cos pi by 3 is nothing but 1 by 2. I'll write 4 into I naught into 1 by 4. I naught is already k by 4, so I'll write this answer as k by 4 only. So what is the intensity of light at a point where path difference is lambda by 3? It's nothing but k by 4. I could have answered this easily in this manner as well. Lambda by 3 corresponds to phi is equal to 2 pi by 3, that is 120 degrees. We know from the concepts of vector as if you're adding two vectors having the equal magnitude and if the angle between them is 120 degree, resultant will also be equal to one of the vector. So if I1, I2 is equal to I naught, if the phase difference between them is 2 pi by 3, that means resultant intensity will also be equal to I naught. And from here we have got I naught as k by 4. So directly I would have written simply k by 4 here itself. But since I have to solve it for your board examination, so I have given you the formal approach here. Guys, click yes if you have understood this. So most of you have got the correct answer except Chetan, Khushi, and Mohit. Vijeta, Monisha, Suhas, Tanya, then और कौन था? Sakshi. They have got the correct answer. Chirag, तुम्हारा भी गलत हो गया आंसर बच्चा. So guys, please click yes if you have understood this. So guys, I have added few questions at the end of this notes. As you can see here, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 questions are there. So these 4 questions are homework for you. So please come with the solution of these 4 questions. So tomorrow when you'll come for the class, please come with the solution of these 4 questions. I'll start tomorrow's class with the solution of these 4 questions, and then I'll move on to other aspects of YDSE, or if time allows, I'll be starting the diffraction part. Okay. Thank you, Sakshi. Thank you, all of you. Thank you for attending the class. Stay safe, stay healthy, and have a nice day.